What's happening, folks, and welcome to another episode of Stars of Tomorrow, an FM22 series where we look at some young talent on Football Manager and we see how they get on the course of their careers, both in terms of stats on their technical, mental and physical, but also their goal returns and general performances. Don't forget, guys, if you excited for the video, hit the like button down below. It'd be really appreciative if you could do that for me. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button for daily FM content in your inbox. Also down below is my FIFA channel and my Let's Play channel as well. There's plenty of content on there as well for you. So hopefully you guys enjoy what I'm producing. I'm really making it at the minute, and I hope you guys are liking it as well. So guys, you can leave your suggestions for players as well. You can leave them in the comment section. Or you can, if you join Discord, there's also a section in there where you can tag me in there for your requests. What I would say is, one thing, first of all, do some kind of like criteria is check the player's not been done already. Check he's not been scheduled to be looked at. There's a link in the description to the schedule for this series of players I'm going to look at. Excuse me. Also, down below, when on the Discord where we make a request, leave as much info on the player as possible. Ideally, name, position, and club. Because there's one player I'm doing recently, it took me a while to find him. But thankfully, because the person left the information that was very obvious, it made it easier to narrow down to find the player. So, just helps me if players got, especially South American players, may have similar names, and it can be hard to find them if they haven't got the information. So, today's player is Jamal Musiala. I'm probably saying it completely wrong, but we're going with it anyway. 18-year-old German winger / AMC, who is already a pretty good player at 18 years old. He's got a 53 million to 64 million pound release clause evaluation. Standout stats obviously are his dribbling, his first touch, his technique, player determination, and the pace will be one as well. I've done a scout report on him for you. Just in case you're new to this series, I do Manchester United as a scout report every time, just for sake of continuity. There's nothing really. It's my club of support, so why don't you then get a scout report for you guys? So straight away you can see here a fairly consistent performer. He's got English and second nationality, playing club positions, good balance. Yeah, straight away. Extremely interested in leaving Manchester United in the first season. Very interested in a loan deal. Obviously, I don't think Bayern could go for that. And then you can see here he's got a 3-star current ability and 4-star, maybe 5-star potential. He has got a max rating of potential of 190, which I've set it to that. Obviously, it's not guaranteed you get that in your save, but I've set it to that highest rating so you get to see the best version of the player. And I do the same for every player that I do, unless I've got a fixed kind of potential, not a range. So what does his development look like? Well, he's likes to beat him repeatedly, runs the ball often and cuts inside from left wing. Very strong on his right foot, fairly strong on his left. So he could play on the right hand side. I think it wouldn't be a problem. Obviously, he may favour the right one with that player trait, but not an issue. Now, contract information, there's no release clause in his contract from Bayern Munich, so we don't have to worry about that. But he's not going to be cheap. Let's look actually and look at a transfer fee. Let's see what if we just offer that valuation, what would they say? So 61 million with 10 million pound add-on, so 72. So let's try and negotiate a better deal. So let's go 61 million. Yeah, that's just a very quick negotiation there for him. I'm not going in depth with it. So 60 million pounds you can get him for. Obviously, you can maybe structure it a different way to make it so it's a bit more less taxing on your current budget, but I will try and do fee negotiations to get an idea of what. That's why I'm Manchester United, because the market to be more appealing to other clubs than not none others. So yeah, so 61 million pound it cost you at start, but then of course you can do your own negotiations. So obviously we're going to jump forward now for the first 4 years and see how he gets on. Alright folks, he is still at AC Milan at Bayern Munich, and the stats speak for itself, how good this guy is. Look at the mentals, physical. There's no downside to this guy. Our glancing view is that the technicals are very strong. The mentals and physicals are not far behind them, if not ahead of them. Good interest in him from Chelsea and Liverpool, not surprised. Dribbling, finishing, first touch, passing technique, very high. Composure is really high. Look at the guy is insane for the level that he is. I think for the £61 million, he's still got a bargain player here. And wow, what a player this guy could be. Still got the same player traits on him. He's been played mainly a floating role at the minute. Injury record, which is what we'll look at first, after the main stats obviously, is okay. There's nothing there really concerning me as a problem. So obviously he's not moved clubs yet, so we can't get a gauge on the transfer fee, but he got 13-5 in his first season, that's goals and assists, 21-12, 19-10, 24-15. So even from day one, he's been getting double figures for goals. And look at the stats. And this is obviously the best version of the player you can get. So bear that in mind when you're signing this guy. This is the 190 version of him. But look at that physicality. I mean, the stamina and work rate are really high. The visions, I can't see a negative to him. I really can't. Other than maybe the strength. But he's so quick and agile that I don't think it's a problem. Maybe you could say, I really don't see a negative in him. I really don't. Other than maybe penalties, maybe heading. And that's been picky on it. I'd love to see him move club and see how much he goes for, so we can compare the price at the start of the video to what it would be now. Now he's developed. Obviously, the range has gone up massively. It will do because he's developing quite well. But I want to see where he goes, if anywhere, and how much that fee is. But 24 goals in 40 games. I mean, look at that. He's got. Hang on, let's have a look at this. He's got almost 40 goal contributions in the season. In the last season, we're getting on the big screen here. Look, he's got 24 and 15 in 40 games. That's basically what? Hang on. So it would be, that'd be 35 if it was 25. So 34 if my no it can't be. No, it's like, yeah, it's like 39, isn't it? It's 39. It's 39 goal contributions in a season. My maths is crap. What a player. But I want to see where he moves because I want to get an idea about a transfer fee. Alright folks, gone to PSG, and the stats have relatively stayed the same. Obviously a few have increased by a notch or two. He's at PSG now, and look at the valuation of him, and look at the wages. He's on 500k a week, guys, at PSG. I don't think any new player traits are on there. No, it's still the same player traits. I would assume injuries are still okay. Yeah, looks pretty good. So you still see here, I think the stats look still amazing. The division go down by 1 though, I think that's disappointing, but still looks a quality player, doesn't he? Now then, the key thing is here, what did he go for transfer fee wise? Let's have a quick look here. 96 million. Right, if you're going to buy this guy, get him day one because that is cheap. Compared to this, and that's £96 million cost so far. So go and game day one, and if you can do, I did a very quick negotiation. If you take time and try to negotiate even better, you probably get an even better deal. But I'm just getting you a rough idea of what it will cost. So you can see here, 21 and where that season he got. There we go, 24 and 15, then 12 and 9, goes to PSG and gets 6 and 5, 10 and 18, 12 and 15. 12 and 20. Still getting double figures both goals and assists a season, but the fee is massive. And I think £600 million, if you can structure it in a certain way, either installments or based on what he achieves, it's fine. Obviously, the idea being if you base it on goals and assists and trophies won, if you're winning those trophies, you're scoring those goals, not an issue. It means your club's being successful. So yeah. So will he ever get to like 20 goal season again in PSG, or will he go somewhere else? There's only really one way of finding that out, isn't there? Alright folks, still at PSG, 29 years old. We're starting to see a bit of a drop off now a little bit, so we're not going to focus too much on that, but he's still an amazing player, isn't he? I think with Man City still. Injuries have not been a problem for this guy. Not an issue at all. So how has he got at PSG? Has he done 20 goal season at all? So 12 and 20, 6 and 18, 9 and 6, 11 and 6. That's really surprising that he's not done quite as well at PSG as he did at Bayern Munich. You'd have thought he would still think he's a quality player. Obviously it's one version of the scenario. Is this guy still good? Of course he is. It's curious. Yeah, I mean, get him I'd say plus side to him, he's got good technicals, obviously with a back, good mental stats early in his career, physicality very good, obviously getting his foot now, he's dropped down a little bit. He's relatively a decent price for the quality player that he is. However, he will go up in price quickly if he gets that 190 potential rating in your save. Let me know if he does in the comment section. But I think you should sign this guy. I think he can play on left wing and right wing and attacking. I would even say he can play him as a striker. You could make him a striker as well. Obviously the traits would lean more to be a winger, but I don't think it'd be a problem at striker, even if it's just a temporary thing. Wouldn't be a problem for me personally. So if you have enjoyed the video, and I hope you have enjoyed it, hit that like button down below. Oh, wrong button. 1 second, folks. There we go, fixed it. I do a podcast on nowhere, so that's why that's on. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed the episode, I hope you have. Hit the like button down below and subscribe if you're new as well for daily FM content on the channel. If you've got a play one to look at, guys, feel free to leave his name in the comment section, or if you're in the Discord, drop it in there as well in the Pacific Scouts Tomorrow section. Leave as much info as you can. Next episode will be a day after tomorrow. So you got today's episode, which is on Friday. So Sunday, 11 AM, you'll get another episode. I'm going to start recording it straight away after this one. And I hope to see you in that one as well. Until it's time, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.